Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ogechi and in today's video I'll be gisting you about my job hunting experience and how I was able to finally land a job and I got promoted on that job just within 6 months after I started. So make sure you watch this video to the end to get the whole gist about this. Also, please like, please share and please subscribe if you have not done that yet. Alright, let's get into the video. Welcome back guys. All right, so this story goes back to 2017. I did the compulsory NYC program. Yes, I started NYC in 2015 and I finished in 2016 October. I came back to Lagos in October and I started looking for a job. I started job hunting from October. So I have to hold this mic just so that you can hear me properly. So I started job hunting in October. I started applying to different places. So all the money I saved in NYC, I used it to go for interviews and all that. And 2017 came and I started job hunting again. Then sometime around March, I have all these emails. There's some conversations, email conversations. I'll try to link them somewhere up here or here. So I think around 15th March year 2017, I was scrolling through Instagram normal looking for jobs and all that. And then I saw a post and somebody commented saying, oh, they were looking for a job. And somebody responded, oh, reach out to so and so person. Either reach out to somebody or reach out to them in particular. I can't remember now exactly. So me too. I needed a job. So I also responded that I need a job too. So I was told to send my CV to an email, which I did. After that, I was scheduled for an interview. The interview was on the 23rd of March. Yeah. So I went for that interview and it was for 7 o'clock. I got there by 7:30. Why is an interview by 7 o'clock? What are we going to do there? I shot child, I got there by 7:30. And I got there, they put us in this room. It was the cafeteria of the company then. And we are about between 30 and 40 people there just for one job. Me, I was surprised. It was the role of customer support, customer service representative, and all that. I was now wondering, like, is it all of us that came here like this that they want to interview? How many openings do they have that all of us are here, basically? I did not know what I was signing up for. So I just sat down in one corner, gingerly, waiting for my turn. But it took a while because we were plenty and I didn't even come early. So as I was on that table, there were some ladies there. They're just gisting, and from the look of things, I figured that they knew a bit about the job. So I listened to their conversation and then I started asking them questions. First question I asked was, how many of us will they pick in this place like this? Why are we plenty? And they were like, don't you know how call center job is? It's always there always plenty, it's contact center, plenty people and all that. I said, interesting. So from gisting with them and all, I was able to grab some things that I was going to use in the interview. So after a couple of hours, it got to my turn and I went in for the interview. I was interviewed by two people and it was all this role play, scenario based question type of interview. They gave me a scenario basically to deal with an angry customer and just basically manage the situation. And then I was just I don't have experience, remember. So I was just basically using common sense to just flow with the whole thing. And then it got to a point where they tried to interrupt me, and I was like, something like, hold on, or something was like just telling the customer to like chill, let me land first, kind of. Whenever I think about it, I'm like, seriously. So then they stopped me there and said, no, 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 you don't allow customers, like customer to talk and all that, all that, all that. I'm like, okay, I understand. No problem. But in my head, I was already like, there's no way I'm getting this job. I've already flopped, definitely. This is the end. So they told me, oh, we actually think you are trainable. So expect an email from us to come and start training. I was really happy because like finally like something has actually clicked. And also then after about a week there was no invite from them. So I had to reach out to the email I had then, like, oh, please, I came for an interview on so and so day, and I was told to expect an invite to come for a training. I've not gotten it. And then the guy responded, said, I've sent you the invite. And that same day, he sent me the invite. So I was supposed to start training on the 4th of April. Yeah. So 4th of April, I went to the company basically, and then we're to do training for a telecoms company, and we're about 20 or 20 something in the class. Then it was fun. The whole training experience was actually fun. Okay, so I resumed, not resumed though. Started the training on that 4th of April, and like I said, training was good. It was fun. Everything went well though. It was for 4 weeks, so the entire month of April we're in training, and the way it was done was that you be tested every week. Ha, you want job, Abby? You will work. So every week we had to do an assessment to test what we're trained on for that particular week. So you do your training Monday to Friday. By the end of the week, you take an assessment to assess you. Not like they'll tell you to go if you don't pass or anything, but you will receipts and all those things. But this that what we did. Around the third week, I think around the third week, yes. About to take the assessment for the third week, I got an interview invite for a bank. The bank is known now, but then they're just starting up. It was the same day I had the assessment in this company I was already doing training in. I reached out to the bank, oh, can we reschedule and all that, all that. They didn't respond. And I didn't want to go for the interview. No, I wanted the interview. I wanted to go for the interview, yes. But between going for that interview in the bank and then losing out on the training I've already started, ha, a bird in hand is worth more than two in the bush. As the bank did not respond, I'm like, okay, let me put all my focus on this one that I have already and manage it well and push it. So I just left the whole bank interview and focused on this one. Fast forward to the end, we finished the training, did all the assessments we had to do, and we passed. Oh no, we sorry. I passed. I passed. So we resumed in May. I remember very well on the 8th of May, I picked my first call in the contact center. It was not the smoothest. It was I struggled. So was that between answering the customer or documenting the call? I did not document it. So I remember when I ended the call, the person assisting me was like, where's the phone number? I'm like, like, I did not get it. It was not easy. Now I can laugh about it, but then it was not easy. It was not easy. You had a target, you had to pick 80 cases at the end of the day. No, I want to say 80, I mean 120. 120. Yes, 120, 80 successful, 120 cases. I hope I'm not wrong. For guys that watch it, if you remember that company, please, if I'm wrong, please just put it in the comments. So the plan was to do half of it before break and half after. When others are meeting their targets, the half before break, me, I'm in their half of their half. So you can imagine. It was not easy, but with time I picked up. I just struggled though, but I was able to keep on pushing and all. And it was going well. How much was I being paid then? Should I say? No, I'm not saying it was not plenty, sha, but I had a job basically. So I continued on the job. Everything was going well. I learned, I was improving and all that. So fast forward to October, one of the team leads was resigning and there was an opening for people to apply. And normally how they do it is usually internal. So the agents in that team will apply for the role and all that. The criteria was usually I think 3 months. Between 3 and 6 months, I was like just like completing 6 months at that point in time. People applied. I did not apply. The reason I did not apply, one, I was what how many months? Like getting to 6 months on the job. People were there before me, like 1 year, 1 year plus. People that whenever they are doing the rewards program every month, they are getting their award, they're getting the cash. Me, one of my team leads then she told me to apply. And I'm like, no, there's no point. In my head, I'm like, they didn't know who they want to pick. I wasn't telling some of my colleagues and they know who they want to pick. Why are they saying we should apply? She kept on saying we should apply, we should apply. She was telling me to apply. And I just did it to feel righteousness because I don't want to be in a team where I'll have issues with my team lead because it looked like I was being insubordinate or something like that. So He said I should apply, Abby. Fine. This is the CV. This is the email we're supposed to apply to. Take it. It's on record that I applied. I was sure that last, they will not pick me. I was never even, I'd never even think I would even smell interview, not talk of even being picked, but no wahala. Also, at this point in time, let me mention that the team where I was working in, we were picking calls. So basically, we were calling customers, but it was more like the customers were calling us. So the whole system, contact center, no inbound, outbound. I can't explain too much about it, but it was basically outbound. So we're getting calls from the calls we call me, we talk to customers and all. But there was a different team where they worked with enterprise customers. So basically customers that used anything data related, internet related, ISPs, all these like banks and all that. We were the ones taking the calls from like individual customers. They were the ones working with companies basically. When they had network issues, they would troubleshoot it and all that to assist. So in the few months I stayed taking these phone calls, I was fine. So I wanted to move to the other team where I work with the customers and the bigger companies. So I applied the first time, did the whole process. I was not picked. It pained me, oh, because my friend was picked. Yeah, I was not picked. It pained me, but I'm like, okay, I'll try again. So like a few weeks after, and all this happened before this opening came. Sorry, I'm taking it back a bit. The opening came again, and I applied again, and then I was picked. And then it was the same week I was picked. I was being told to apply for this role of a team lead. I don't want it. But I shall apply, like I said, and they scheduled us for the interview and all that. So the day we did the first interview, it was in phases. So they did the first interview. Was also the same day I resumed in this other team where we're working with the big companies and resolving their data issues basically. So we are about 15 of us, I think 14 or 15 that were shortlisted for this interview, plus me. I'm laughing because whenever I think about it, I'm like, you push your this tell me for real. Okay. So the first as part of the interview was they divided all of us into two groups. So it was like a round table discussion and we had the interviewers or panel basically observing us and then scoring us. So they gave us a topic and we were supposed to discuss the topic. So we're discussing as a group, but you as an individual, you're supposed to bring your own like suggestion basically and then just contribute. Me, what I planned for myself was I know that definitely me of then I was not going to be the first person to talk to start the conversation. But I told myself that make sure you are not the last person to talk. And I also told myself that make sure when you talk, you speak up. The fact that I didn't want the job, fine. But they shortlisted me. If they drop me, let it be that I put in my best. I'm a strong believer in that if you're doing something, do it and do it well. So if there's any fault, it will not be like, oh, because you did not do it well. So I brought in my A game. So we started the whole discussion. First person spoke, second person spoke, third person spoke. So I was trying to like come in, but I was not like getting the right like you get like angle or corner to come in from. But then the fourth person was rounding up. I just jumped in. I jumped in well though, not like I interrupted. I just entered how the fifth person. I was pleased with myself that at least I was not the last. So we spoke up to the seventh person and then we went again. So I told myself, okay, say something else again. So I spoke a second time and then the whole thing ended. Later that day, the list for the people moving on to the next stage, that is the one-on-one interview, was announced, and I was selected to move on to the next stage. You can imagine my shock, and I'm like, interesting. Okay, let's continue. Trust me, I still did not want it. My plan was even if I get it, which I knew I was not going to get because we had people that were experienced, people that we knew that okay, if that to just say okay, we need a new team leader. Next person is this person or that person. So I knew that we're not going to get it, but let's continue the process. So we're supposed to have the interview on one particular day. That was a on a Wednesday. We're supposed to have the interview on a Wednesday. But the process took a while. I didn't even get to my turn that day and we had to close for the day. So I was scheduled for the next day. And because I already resumed in the other team, like partially, I was still transitioning. Story for no, let me just give you the gist. I was supposed to resume in the other team like the following week fully. But in my own team where I was picking cases, my system had issues. So pending when they fixed it, I didn't have a system. So I was basically hopping from one person's system to another. If somebody is not at work, I use their system, and it worked because I was always getting the system. But on this particular day, I got there and I wanted to use somebody's system. And then one lady, I remember her name, I won't call her name. She said it's a friend system, she was supposed to use the system and all that, basically claiming the system as a friend system. But I got there first. So me, I don't like Wahala. And I already had on that team I was going to work with. I said, fine, no Wahala now. Take the system. Me, I'm going to resume on that place, in a higher place. Not higher, but I'm not going to picking course where I'm going to. So I just left it and then that I moved to the other team. Nobody went to stop me basically because I was already like accepted there. So that day I was supposed to have this interview on Wednesday that I did not do it. I was in that other team, the team working with the like banks and all that. Because I was still undergoing training. I said okay, I'll work the like night shift still over and then learn a couple of things. So I stayed back, stayed overnight in the office and all. My plan was that good excuse. By the time those people that went home by 5 resume in the morning, plus HR and all the panelists and all that, I'll tell them that I worked overnight, oh, I'm tired, I'm not interested again, I want to go home, I want to rest. Although I already cooked up the story in my head now, I will tell them I don't want to do, I'm not interested. So the next morning came, I told my team lead then of this new team that I want to start going. It was like what 7 o'clock or so. I want to start going home. He was like, he wants to show me this, show me that. Remember that I was there overnight. He showed me things like he taught me. So like it's morning, I want to go home. He kept on saying, "Oh, I want to show you this, I want to teach you that." Okay, no wahala. I was still using the small strength left in me. I also told him that I have this interview today, but I don't want to do the interview. I'm not interested again. I'm happy where I am. I don't want that role and all those things. He said, "Okay, no problem." But when he kept on delaying me, I did not know. I did not know that he had a plan, and his plan was to make me stay back in the office for HR to resume by 8 and for me to do the interview. This life. When they say destiny helper, there's actually destiny helper. So when he kept on saying, I want to show you, I want to show you that, even his colleague was like, release it, be better go now, shall me here overnight. Or like, he's coming, he's coming. Lo and behold, shortly before he released me, HR came to the door. When I saw HR, I'm like, hey, thank you, Mr. So and so. I'd like to even see you. I don't want to do this interview. Like, no, I came to even call you for the interview now. I was the first person to go in. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm fine. Yeah, all those stories, all the story I cooked in my head, basically. But like, no, you will do the interview. Okay, fine. Something about me is that when I don't want to do something, maybe I'm tensed, I'm scared, or I'm tired. I just have this like courage or this energy because I'm in my head. I'm like, if you do it now, if I'm being forced to do something, basically, if I do it now and I put in my best, I don't have to do it again. That's how I operate. So I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I don't want to do your interview. I want to go home. You're making me stay to do the interview. Fine. It's okay. All of you have gone home. Abby, you've come back. Me, I've been here overnight. I still do interview for something you'll not still pick me for. No problem. So I went in for the interview. We spoke. I was just answering like this kind of thing, like the faster I answer, the faster I'll be released to go home. So I answered and so I just answered and answered though. And then at the point they showed me a screenshot of somebody's performance KPIs, and they asked some questions, oh, what's going well, this and that, all that I answered. And then the next thing they asked me was, do I know whose scores this is? I don't understand. It's my own now. Would I know my own scores? It was a strange question because I'm like, you should know your scores now. It's my own. I know it's my own. Like, okay, fine, no problem. So come to the end of the interview, the whole rounding up and all that's fine. Can I go home now? They said yes. Happily I left. So I went home. Bear in mind that this was already Thursday. So I went home. I was just see my sister about how it went and all that. I just made noodles, something quick to eat so I can sleep. Cause I think I was supposed to be off that Thursday and Friday to resume on Saturday. Yeah, because it was like 247 type of team. After making the noodles, I just like eating. I ate a bit, and then I got a call. It was from a landline. I was just thinking maybe it's all the jobs I applied for. Then maybe somebody remembered me also. So I picked the call, and person introduced himself. My name is Mr. So and so. They say Mr. So and so that I just left in the office. Is that same person so and so that is calling me? First thought that came to my mind was, hope there's no problem. For HR to call you, hope there's no problem. I'm like, okay, what happened? He was like, I'm calling to let you know, congratulations, you were selected as the team. As you what? You are who? Every time I think about it, it's still funny. You are who? I said, Mr. So and so, me? He was like, yes. I'm like, eh? Out of everybody, me. How? He said they selected me. And I had to come to the office the next day, Friday. I was supposed to be off that Friday. Okay, he asked me that, am I still around? I'm like, no, I've gone home. I stayed overnight in the office. I've gone home. Like, okay, you need to come in the next day for process and all that, all that. And the food I wanted to eat, I left the food. I just, I left the food. I was just like, me, like from where? How? What did I say in the interview? What of the other people that are more tenured than me on the job? People that know the product, all those things. Like, why is it me? And all that. So just come. So the next day, Friday, I went to the office. Apparently, I was not just on Thursday. So they already announced it. I mean, I was just coming on Friday. So by the time I got it, people already knew. So it was like just like, this is like our new team lead. And I'm small. I'm small like this. And imagine how small I was that year. That was 7 years ago from no, almost 8 years ago from when I filmed this video. So imagine how small I was, smaller then. And you're coming to tell me I'm going to be the team lead of people that have been in this role before me, people that I look up to get answers to give to customers. I will come and be their team lead with my small stature. It was good. It was a nice experience. My friends then, they were happy and all that. Not everybody was happy. Trust me. Not everybody was happy, but I went, did the whole documentation, got my letter, everything. It was nice. Now the thing is, why am I saying this story? I'm there to gist you basically, but also to also let you know that sometimes there's some things that we don't want to do because we feel we are not qualified or we are too scared to do it. And if you remember in my first video, my intro video to this channel, I spoke about it, that meaning of my name, meaning God's time. And I also said how I'll be sharing like things on this channel regarding why I actually like my name. Funny thing is that I didn't like my name at the point. First of all, I didn't understand why I didn't have an English name. Yeah. Then I was like, my name is God's time. And I'm like, that's just it. There's nothing there. So I prefer people calling me Oge than calling me Ogechi. Honestly. And it just felt more classy, more posh and all that. But as I've come to experience life as an adult growing up and all, it made me appreciate my full name. So the truth is, when I'm introducing myself now, I introduce myself as Ogechi, my full name. Me a couple years ago, it's Oge that was my name. My name was not Ogechi. If you say Ogechi, like okay, now you know I too sabi. That's not what I told you. But now if you ask me my name is Ogechi. And this is just one of the many things I've experienced in my life that has made me really appreciate my name, really come to love my name, because at the end of the day, things don't happen for us when we think it will happen or how we think it will happen. This was like one of the first things in my adult life that made me realize and really understand that my name has like a very strong meaning in my life, and I'm not to joke with it. So yes, so I got that job. I was promoted. The other team I said I was going to move to story. I was not moved there again. They told me I could not move. Somebody else had to go and replace me. I became the teammate of this team, working with people that had more experience than me. I had to learn and everything, but now it was not about me now being a newbie in the team. Was more about what I said in the interview, how I carried myself in the interview, how I spoke in the interview. Those are the things that actually considered to get me that promotion. And within 6 months, I started I did training in April. I picked my first call in May, and I got my offer letter 1st of November that same year. Exactly 6 months after I started the job. Hope somebody's encouraged by this story. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I have a lot of gist. Trust me, I have a lot of gist coming up. I have my house hunting video that'll come up later on. I have my whole braces story, the gist about my braces. Yeah, coming up to on this channel. I have so many gists coming up on this channel, so I really like you guys to engage. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment. So I also like to hear your own job hunting experience too, and basically just share your experience with me. So thank you guys for watching this video to this point. If you watched to this end, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Please continue to share my videos, continue to like, continue to subscribe, tell people about my channel, and I'll keep on bringing gists and vlogs to you. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye guys.